This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. Welcome back to you.
Thank you. I had a great time off,
Good.
but I'm glad to be back.
Good. You had your buddy in town?
I did. My best friend was visiting us, so we had a great time here on the Suncoast. Saw so many things, did so many wonderful activities, and got a great suntan on the days that it wasn't so windy.
All right. Well, for the first time in 3 weeks, the three of us are back here together. John Scalzi is back, of course, from vacation from last week. He had visited each ballpark in spring training to try a hot dog.
Oh, wow.
That's where he'd been.
How are those hot dogs, John?
They were absolutely wonderful. Absolutely great time to be had. Glad to see you back as well, Jacqueline. And the weather, of course, cooperating for everybody on the first day of this spring. There's no fog around. There's no rain showers around. No issues coming our way. We're not exactly in spring yet. We still have about an hour and 20 minutes to enjoy winter. We're looking at temperatures across the region that are very comfortable. 50 degrees in Perry, Sarasota the same. Venice at 53, Northport at 50. And in fact, those temperatures are pretty widespread from inland areas to coastal regions. Looking for a daytime high today. The top's out mild with lots of sunshine. No rain in the forecast. Daytime highs will be in the low to mid 70s. Perfect weather out there. Chance of a midweek shower, possibly. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, taking a look at our Suncoast traffic this morning. Not a whole lot going on in Manatee County. Pretty quiet on this Monday morning. I-75 clear as you head into Sarasota County. Pretty quiet throughout that area. A little bit of congestion there off Bee Ridge Road and 41 as well. But as we head into South County, pretty quiet throughout that area. A little bit of pickup towards Venice. But other than that, pretty easy commute on this Monday morning. Topping our news, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is releasing new details today on an officer-involved shooting in Inglewood.
A deputy shot a man during a domestic dispute on Friday evening. It happened about 8:30 p.m. when deputies were called to a house on Hamlet Drive in Charlotte County. The Sheriff's Office, a female caller, said a man had assaulted her, was suicidal, and had a weapon when deputies arrived. That man was outside the home. He was still armed. A neighbor describes what she saw and heard that night.
And we heard about a minute later a deputy tell a man, it was the neighbor, which they fight a lot. Heard the neighbor, the cop told the neighbor to put the knife down. And then there was a little more walking through the leaves or whatever. He told him again very distinctly. And then they tasered him, and within like 30 to 40 seconds, they shot him.
The suspect's name is Casey Roberts. He's been treated for a non-life-threatening injury. Saturday, the Sheriff's Office charged Roberts with battery, aggravated assault, tampering, and child abuse. This morning, a press conference is set for 11 o'clock in Charlotte County.
The daughter of a murdered Palmetto woman and her boyfriend are behind bars this morning, being charged in the death of Trisha Freeman.
As our Erica Jackson tells us, police in 4 states helped Palmetto police sort this one out.
Police in Palmetto continue to investigate after a quiet community was rocked by the death of a neighbor inside of her home.
I always brag that this is the perfect neighborhood because it's quiet. At first, when I heard about the ordeal, I thought it was kind of like a joke.
Rex Hannaford owns a home on the 1800 block of 11th Street West in Palmetto. He says he was shocked when he learned police were searching for his neighbor, Trisha Freeman.
Once I realized when they put crime scene tape up, I became very concerned because then I knew it was the real deal.
Freeman's friends alerted Palmetto police on Wednesday that they were having trouble reaching the 47-year-old. The case going national once her 2016 Chevy Sonic was found in Ashland, Kentucky.
Aided by forensic technicians from the Kentucky State Police, the investigators found apparent human blood in different spots inside the car.
Investigators in Palmetto, Kentucky, and Ohio found probable cause that Freeman's daughter, Kayla Collier, and her boyfriend, Roy Nichols Jr., stole the car and abandoned it in Kentucky. The couple was arrested on Saturday at a truck stop in West Virginia.
During his interview, Roy Nichols Jr. admitted that he murdered Trisha Freeman in her home in Palmetto on Tuesday, March 14th, during a struggle.
Detectives say Nichols admitted that he and Collier transported the body in Freeman's car and then dropped it off to another location in Florida. then traveled to Kentucky. Palmetto police have obtained arrest warrants charging Nichols with second-degree murder and Collier with accessory to murder after the fact. The investigation continues, and Hannaford remains on high alert, knowing what could happen in his quiet little neighborhood.
I've been having my neck on a swivel, kind of looking around to make sure if anybody's strange or anything walking around.
Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Also this morning, people across the state are in the area to remember the life of one African-American man shot by law enforcement a few years ago.
They're here on the Suncoast for the premiere of a documentary about Rodney Mitchell. Answers Suncoast showed the film last night. Mitchell was shot and killed during an incident with Sarasota Sheriff deputies back in 2012. His mother says the film was about his life before his death and everyone's life since.
I'm a mother of a 14-year-old black son. I think it's important that we really vocalize all lives matter, Black Lives Matter.
Because he has a great legacy, it'll help save someone else's life.
And tomorrow would have been Rodney Mitchell's birthday.
Happening today on the Suncoast, a public library in Venice will be demolished. That's set to begin at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Officials say no closures or blockages to roadways, streets, or walkways are expected. Crews will be working from now until Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That demolition should be complete within a few weeks, but in the meantime, library goers will be able to get their books from a temporary location on North Nokomis Avenue, not far from the previous library. Other county libraries include the Jacaranda and Osprey libraries. And starting this morning, you can beat the traffic getting onto Siesta Key by taking a trolley. That sounds lovely. Passengers will be able to ride from Turtle Beach to the Siesta Village with service every 20 minutes, making it easier to enjoy the day and not have to struggle as much to find parking. The 3 trolleys serving the area will also make flag stops for those staying between the village and Midnight Pass Road. And to celebrate that occasion, the county is hosting a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 10 a.m. at the Siesta Key Village gazebo near 5211 Ocean Boulevard.
Looking ahead this morning, construction in downtown Sarasota will cause a temporary change for the farmers market. The area around Lemon and State Street will make a temporary move to First Street while a building is finished next to the city's parking garage. Now, this won't begin until the weekend of May 6th. And the market will return to its original location once construction is complete. The Sarasota Farmers Market takes place each weekend from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. A unique exhibit at Selby Library wraps up this week. It's called Facing Mental Illness and offers an in-depth look into those dealing with mental health issues. There are over 70 people who created self-portraits for the event. A panel discussion is set for 5:30 on Friday, which will include Judge Erica Quartermain and a number of local mental health experts.
Well, some cool events taking place also over the weekend right here on the Suncoast.
A historic sailing regatta featuring dozens of young sailors taking part in the North American Championships. The kids all competed in the race for the chance to go to the world-class Bermuda Regatta in June. The racers debuted a new type of sailboat that maneuvers a little differently from what you might think. Watch this.
There's reaching, there's crashes. We had the Bridge of Doom, which you'll see, which is an idea I came up with, where the kids actually have to heel over and go under an obstacle, if you will. So it's kind of like bringing skateboarding and snowboarding into sailing.
2 local racers from the race will be joining 9 other children from around the nation to represent North America in Bermuda's regatta. Officials say sailing teaches young racers the importance of independence, the rules of the sea, and also gives a sense of empowerment.
Also, a local animal shelter gained some major support this weekend with 700 people coming out for one event. The Pedal for Pups 5 and 10K races took place at Nathan Benderson Park, and proceeds from the event went back to support Nate's Honor Animal Rescue. While the event was in efforts to save more dogs and cats without a forever home, some pet owners saw it as a great opportunity to bring along their furry friend for some exercise.
We had a dog walk, 1 mile dog walk with people with their dogs, and then we also had a 4-mile walk. All the proceeds go to our shelter to help rescue more dogs and cats. It's always nice to see a bunch of animal lovers get together.
Well, this weekend's race wasn't the only fundraiser for animals. On Saturday, the park also hosted the Wagon Run 5 and 10K and a free screening of The Secret Life of Pets movie. All of those proceeds from that event went to Southeastern Guide Dogs.
After a cold midweek, it got very nice by Saturday morning for that event.
Yeah.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And everybody showed up, you know, and there were the guide dogs, the puppy raisers. Everybody was out there. It was beautiful. The weather really continues to be nice today on this first day of spring as well. Welcome back again, once again, by the way.
It's the first day of spring. Thank you so
I know.
much.
It comes so fast, right?
Came out of nowhere.
Where did winter go? We didn't have much of a winter, but
right.
it went fast.
It's confusing down here sometimes.
It is.
Yes.
Lovely weather, though we do have a chance of midweek rain. We'll talk about that in a second.
Still ahead, a look at the legacy left behind by one man who some say invented rock and roll.
And later in the hour, a farewell for a company executive from Uber. We'll tell you in a few minutes.
This March, Florida Studio Theater is presenting the play Brownsville's Song, and our city will begin discussions
on race,
on equality and civil rights.
The most important conversation of our time. Will you join us?
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
Wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
In about an hour and 15 minutes, spring starts, and it feels pretty appropriate with our temperatures out there, 50 degrees right now, warmer than we have seen. When we left here Friday, when it was a little bit chilly out there, but now we got moisture back in the atmosphere. Moisture now with dew points in the mid 40s to upper 40s across the area. Feels pretty comfortable, actually. You'll recall last week the dew points were in the teens, just remarkably dry air in place. Now it's still a comfortable relative humidity, 89% right now, will probably be in the mid 60s as we head in the afternoon, comfortable enough. East-northeast wind comes in at about 5. Across the region, temperatures are kind of uniform, I'd say. We're looking at 52 degrees Wauchula, Arcadia, 51 Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, the same. Northport comes in at 53. A little warmer right along the immediate coast, 56 degrees in Inglewood, Venice, and 57 at Longboat Key. We have a big ridge of high pressure, still the dominant weather feature for us. Very dry air aloft, as indicated here by these tan contours. So when you see things like that, when you see that dry air just expanding all the way across Gulf waters, into the Atlantic, across the peninsula, you're not getting rain. And today, that's the case. We'll have a lot of blue sky out there as the sun rises, dawn breaks. You'll enjoy, I think, a very pretty start to the day. We do have some cloud cover out in the Atlantic. It'll have a hard time ever making it to us for today. This cloud cover all kind of associated with what's left over of that weak and kind of very not much impact from it. Frontal boundary that came through here yesterday. That front kind of stuck now down to the south and out in the Atlantic is producing that little bit of cloud cover. Again, very little, if any, impact on us. What we're going to be watching over the course of the next several days is this low pressure area and frontal boundary that's going to produce a fair amount of rainfall back to the west, by the way, moves toward the east. And as it does so, a high pressure ridge which sits over us is kind of nudged a little further to the south. The location of the high building in behind this low is of interest to us. And the reason for that is that as it builds in strength to the north of this frontal boundary, it'll tend to want to push that frontal boundary back toward us on Wednesday or Thursday, kind of rotated back from the northeast, what we call a backdoor cold front. That could bring us an isolated shower or two, but the rain chance is going to be pretty small because that high pressure ridge, which is over us right now, is still going to bring us some drier air as it's nudged further to the south, and our winds are going to be basically a little more northwesterly. So it's a setup that we'll watch, but it doesn't really mean much in the way of needed rainfall for us. We'll watch today, low relative humidity, sunny skies, rain-free day today, possible midweek showers. Those are the weather highlights for this week, the first week of spring. Everything looks pretty nice and pretty seasonable. A few scattered showers over on the other coast possible. Very hard to see any of them making their way anyway toward us until we get to about Thursday, more than likely, and then maybe a few scattered showers coming at us from the northeast. Otherwise, pretty quiet conditions. Nice weather out there. Enjoy it. We're looking today for a high coming in the mid-70s, about 74 on this first day of spring. Tomorrow, the first full day of spring, and we'll look for a daytime high, a degree warmer. As we head into the week ahead, temperatures nice in the mid to upper 70s. Back to you.
Very nice. Thank you, John. Well done. And traffic in both directions already at State Road 70. Already east of 301, a problem there. We'll keep you posted every 15 minutes here. A little farther south into the maps in Sarasota County, a little buildup on 301 northbound around the Newtown area. And then farther south on the final check of the maps in our viewing area, you'll see a little slowdown just north of Venice at the Nokomis area. Nothing too much now at 5:18 on this Monday morning.
Chuck Berry, the man who practically invented rock and roll, passed away this weekend in his native Missouri at the age of 90 years old.
Reporter Nichelle Turner has looked back at his legacy.
Chuck Berry was one of the pioneers of rock and roll. His powerful guitar licks fueled hit songs such as Johnny B. Good, Maybelline, and Roll Over Beethoven. During the 50s and 60s, Berry's music signaled a new era in rock and roll. The singer's ability to seamlessly blend R&B and rock music made a strong impact on the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, to name a few.
It's very difficult for me to talk about Chuck Berry because I lifted every lick he ever played.
Berry experienced a career resurgence in the mid-80s and 90s. His music re-entered pop culture in films such as Back to the Future and Pulp Fiction. In 1984, Berry received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and a year later, he became the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's first inductee.
Mr. Berry.
Dynamite. Dynamite. Thank you.
On the heels of his induction, the Stones' Keith Richards invited a roster of great musicians to celebrate the rock icon's 60th birthday. Then in 1987, Berry was humbled to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I cannot describe, I don't have the voice, I don't have the wind, I don't have the spirit, but believe me, I'll remember it the rest of my life.
The married father of 4 repeatedly had trouble with the law. He was behind bars 3 times for charges ranging from attempted robbery to tax evasion and convicted of transporting an underage girl across state lines. However, Barry's career was not derailed.
That margin of glory is not too high. That margin of defeat then is also not too low. So I live right through it without any pain.
Barry received the Kennedy Center Honor Award in 2000 and continued to perform well into his 80s. His remarkable contributions to music will forever remain a part of rock and roll history.
He had a new album coming out called Chuck. Would have been his first new album in 38 years and had new material that he wrote himself.
Wow. Hopefully that still is able to be released.
Yeah,
Somebody hopefully will be able to do that for him.
I had heard he was a hairdresser into his 20s and made the switch late 20s into music.
Oh, well, there you go.
Good trivia.
Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, is Netflix saying goodbye to your favorite TV show intros? We'll show you what idea they're now testing out.
And next half hour at 5:30, a kidnapping scam with new tricks. All details coming up.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Sarasota is back to school and Manatee is off this week. Yesterday we were at the grocery store. We watched this beautiful tower camera, and my wife Erin left her cell phone in a shopping cart at Publix.
Oh my!
And we got out. We got home. No, a little too far away. And she said, I left my phone in the shopping cart.
Oh goodness!
So with my phone, I start to call it, and I go back to the store and I call it, and some guy answers. I said, "Hi, you got my wife's cell phone. What aisle are you in?" He said, "Aisle 1." So I track him down.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, ABC guy, here's your phone back. Say hello to me for it.
Oh my gosh!
Weird thing to happen.
Oh, when phones are so important to so many people. And speaking of phones, if you're in the market for a new one, you'll want to listen to this next story. While we're still just 9 days away from Samsung's official unveiling of its Galaxy S8, we're already learning about pricing and color options.
Candace Gibson and Adrian Bankert have details.
In today's Tech Bites, new details revealed about Samsung's new Galaxy S8.
Reports say the devices may come in shades of black, gray, and silver. They'll be priced between about $850 and $950, depending on the size. The official unveiling is a week from Wednesday. And good news for Netflix binge watchers.
Yeah, the days of seeing the same intro over and over again might be numbered. The company is testing a button that lets users skip a show's title sequence. No word yet if the feature is here to stay.
And some good news for people looking to buy Nintendo Switch.
GameStop, the nation's largest video game retailer, is getting more of them on Wednesday. Nintendo also plans to double production. The console, which retails for $300, has been out of stock or ridiculously marked up. Some are selling on eBay for $4,000.
No, thank you.
Yep, those are your Tech Bites.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Delta Airlines.
Here's to all of you early risers, go-getters, and should-be sleepers from all of us at Delta. Because the ones who truly change the world are the ones who can't wait to get out in it.
Dannon Oikos Triple Zero is my go-to protein snack.
Protein from yogurt?
Yep, this Greek non-fat yogurt packs 15 grams of protein punch.
But what else?
It has 0 added sugar, 0 artificial sweeteners, and 0 fat. Oikos Triple Zero, be unstoppably you.
Heartburn.
No one burns on my watch. Try Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. They work fast and don't taste chalky.
Amazing. I have heartburn.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small.
I mean, really moves me. Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less. Up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You've got to see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Attention small business owners. Penn Funding announces the easiest and fastest business funding program, the Platinum Business Account.
We needed cash fast. Business is good, but this is an emergency. We needed some new equipment, and the banks wouldn't help us.
At Penn Funding, we like to say, yes, you're approved. With your Platinum Business Account, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more. This amazing new business account funding program is so effective, you could have the cash you need in just days.
I called, spoke with an agent who pre-qualified us, and connected me.
Call now for your Platinum Business Account. If you've been in business for at least 6 months, you could qualify for up to $50,000 or more in just days.
I called Penn Funding and had my money fast.
Need cash for your business? Call Penn Funding now.
Call 800-658-3433. 800-658-3433.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a showdown could be coming on Capitol Hill. How the FBI director may undercut the president's wiretapping allegations today.
A final look back at an area congressman's biggest town hall meeting in over 10 years.
Plus, parents across the nation are being warned about a new virtual kidnapping scam. What you need to know to avoid getting tricked.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Yeah, a pretty shot of the downtown Sarasota area. Looking south on Lemon toward downtown, you see the twinkling lights there around Fruitville, and also the pretty city garage on State Street off in the distance as well. Beautiful shot as the Suncoast wakes up on this, the final hour of winter. Spring begins, what, 6:25?
Yeah, the final countdown is here.
That's right. Good morning, I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. I feel like we should start playing that song, The Final Countdown, as the hour continues throughout our newscast. Let's check in with John Scalzi for a look at our weather.
I tell you, I'm actually very glad that spring is here, but it's felt like spring for like weeks now. We've had very mild winter, so I think as we take a look at what the final statistics show and they start to come in from the climatology centers, we'll find that we've had a dry and mild winter, at least for the state of Florida and certainly the Suncoast. Looking at that mild condition and the dry condition continuing on again this week, it looks like we have temperatures currently that are generally in the 50s most everywhere. They're dipping into the 40s in inland areas, but right along the coast even have some mid-50s being reported at times. So it's pretty pleasant out there, although there is a slight chill in the air. Temperatures will warm quickly because the air is so dry, and we'll be in the 70s before you know it as we head into the afternoon, probably approaching 74, maybe 75 degrees for a daytime high. Pretty. Lots of sunshine as well. We'll talk about the next chance of rain coming up in a few. Back to you guys.
All right, sounds like a beautiful Monday shaping up. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning, not a lot of congestion in downtown Bradenton, but there is some pickup on 301 and State Road 70. Other than that, I-75 looking good if you're heading towards Sarasota County. Not a whole lot going on, pretty quiet in that area as well. And in South County, a little bit of pickup towards Venice, but other than that, pretty easy commute on your Monday morning. Topping our news this half hour, the stage is set for what could be a showdown on Capitol Hill today. The FBI director will testify before Congress and is expected to undercut the president's wiretapping allegations.
Yeah, also today, confirmation hearings begin for a Supreme Court nominee, and the House is set to vote this week on that health care plan. ABC's Jenna Norman has more from Washington, D.C.
FBI Director James Comey is expected to set the record straight about the explosive accusation of illegal wiretaps, even as the top Republican and Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee agree.
Was there a physical wiretap of Trump Tower? No, but there never was.
No evidence to support the president's claim that he was wiretapped by his predecessor.
The country's most powerful law enforcement officer will testify on Capitol Hill, and it's already anticipated he'll officially undercut President Trump's claim that President Obama ordered wiretaps at Trump Tower, a charge that's left one Republican committee member arguing Trump should apologize.
It never hurts to say you're sorry.
Last week, Trump doubled down and accused the British intelligence community of being involved.
It's not just sorry to the president, but also to the UK. It doesn't hurt, and it takes away from the rest of his agenda.
Comey's Capitol Hill testimony is part of an investigation into how Russia interfered with last year's presidential election and to address the lingering question of whether anyone on the president's team may have helped, an answer Democrats and Republicans may not yet agree on.
I would characterize it this way at the outset of the investigation. There is circumstantial evidence of collusion. There is direct evidence, I think, of deception.
I'll give you a very simple answer. No. There's no evidence of collusion.
Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch will begin his confirmation hearings on Capitol Hill amid widespread speculation of a possible Democratic filibuster. And this week, the House will vote on the GOP health care bill that even some Republicans still say isn't enough. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, Vice President Mike Pence is vying for Florida's support for that new GOP health care bill.
This past weekend, Pence held rallies in North Florida He told government leaders and small business owners that Obamacare is about to become history.
We've been busy. We've been busy. My friends, President Trump is a man of his word, and he's a man of action. And I believe he'll make America great again. And make no mistake about it, the Obamacare nightmare is about to end.
The bill that would repeal and replace much of Obamacare is set for a House vote on Thursday. GOP leaders are tweaking the bill to try to win over more legislators.
And Congressman Vern Buchanan was out and about this weekend here on the Suncoast, listening directly to the community he serves. His 75th town hall meeting on Saturday was one for the record books with a turnout of 1,800 people. Buchanan highlighted the vote on whether or not to repeal and replace Obamacare in his meeting, explaining that the average family of 4 here on the Suncoast pays $7,000 a year for health care.
I am pushing for anybody 50 to 65 to make sure they get the same consideration or close to the same consideration as the ACA or Obamacare.
We spoke to many of you at that meeting, some of you expressing support for the proposed change, while others say we should leave it alone.
It may not be perfect. However, I support tax credits because we must care for the most vulnerable and most at risk.
I love Medicare. It works so well. And I'm a person of moderate means, and yet I'm able to stay healthy.
Dozens did get the chance to address other concerns such as gun control, immigration, and the future of America under President Donald Trump. Congressman Buchanan says he's going to take all of that feedback he received at the town hall meeting and apply it to future lawmaking in Washington. Also in political news this morning here in Florida, the Constitution Revision Commission will be holding its first meeting. The 37-member panel meets every 20 years and is allowed to propose changes to the state constitution. The commission's amendments will then go before voters during the 2018 election.
And other national headlines this morning, a 62-acre wildfire in Colorado has caused the evacuation of over 400 nearby homes. Investigators believe the fire began in an area commonly used by hikers. The possibility of lightning or a downed power line has been ruled out. It probably is man-made, they believe. Red Cross centers have been set up to help the families affected. No structure damage reported at this time. An Amber Alert for a missing Tennessee girl has now gone nationwide. 15-year-old Elizabeth Thomas has been missing for a week. Police are looking for her and a 50-year-old former teacher believed to have kidnapped her.
We have no idea where these individuals could be right now. This is a dire situation for this young girl.
Investigators believe the former high school teacher, Tad Cummins, had an inappropriate relationship with the teen. He was fired after the alert was issued. The pair has last been tracked to Alabama, but from there, they say the trail has gone cold. Well, parents should be aware of a new phony kidnapping scheme. Reporter Marcy Gonzalez tells us how it works.
A warning about the new twist on a terrifying kidnapping scam.
I just froze and my eyes started tearing up.
16-year-old Riley Ferguson says she got a call from a con artist claiming to be a paramedic.
They had a young male who's in a fatal car accident and cannot be identified.
Panicked, she described her brother, telling the scammer his name, the kind of car he drove, and shared her father's name and phone number. Then her dad got the call, the scammer using those personal details he'd just conned out of Riley to convince Don Ferguson his son was being held hostage and demanding money.
He told me that if I dropped this call that he was going to kill my son.
The FBI says these virtual kidnappings are happening across the country with alarming frequency, and Ferguson was suspicious, immediately calling his son's cell phone and learning he was in fact safe. A great tactic, according to experts who also say if you get a call like that, be sure to ask detailed questions.
Give them a question that only this person is going to know, and if they can't come back with that answer, then you know it's a hoax.
Scammers also use social media to get details about your loved ones, so experts say it is one more reason to limit the personal information you post. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
In business news today, Uber's president is leaving the company after just 6 months on the job. The ride-sharing service confirming Sunday that Jeff Jones is quitting. He was Uber's second in command. In a letter to employees, Uber's CEO said Jones decided to leave after Uber announced it would hire a chief operating officer. Several other executives have left in recent weeks as Uber has been hit by a string of controversies. The latest was when a New York Times report said Uber developed a tool to deceive authorities in cities that banned or limited Uber's operations.
A SpaceX capsule is back on Earth with a full load of space station science samples. The cargo ship parachuted into the Pacific this weekend off the Southern California coast after astronauts set it free from the International Space Station 5.5 hours earlier. The Dragon cargo ship flew to the space station a month ago from the same Florida launch pad used for NASA's Apollo missions years and years ago.
And speaking of space, we'll also have a live interview from a scientist with NASA about the equinox. That sounds fun.
We're going to clean this place up before he gets here. That's next hour during the 6 o'clock hour of Good Morning Suncoast.
Yeah, and when I was at Disney World this past weekend, I had a good time at the Mission Space at Epcot. Have you been on that?
I have not.
Oh
it
my
sounds
gosh,
like fun.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. By the way, we're going to talk to him about the equinox, but we're also going to talk to him about the solar eclipse, which is coming.
August.
Which is, yes, August. Big, huge news. Hotels are already booking out across the country. It's pretty, it's incredible.
Are there better places to see it?
Yes.
Certain parts of the country?
Remarkably, there is one town in which they will see a total solar eclipse twice this year.
Wow.
That's unheard of. That hardly ever happens. So,
Just get you excited.
cool. I'm excited. I'm going. Absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds so fun.
We'll talk all about the forecast as well on this first day of spring coming up in a few.
All right. Well, still ahead, most of us try spring cleaning, but experts suggest one area that's crucial for our health is often overlooked. We'll tell you which one it is coming up next in your Health Smart.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now, 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
We're looking at an air temperature outside that's pretty mild, I think, from most locations. Inland, it's a little bit cooler, coming in the 40s, but still, some folks might want to wear a little light sweater or something as they head out the door. I'm sure you'll be able to get rid of that this afternoon, though, as temperatures are going to rise quickly, with dew points still low in the 40s, which is a very comfortable dew point, not as low as the desert-like teens that we had last week, but still pretty low. We'll be, as we head into spring now, be seeing those dew points continually start to rise until we're back into morning dew points in the 60s and 70s pretty soon. 53 degrees, Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish at 62, so is Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, 53, 54 degrees in Northport, 48 degrees in Punta Gorda, a little cooler there, 56 in Inglewood and Venice, and 58 degrees in Longboat Key. So across the region this morning, as dawn breaks, it's going to be a very beautiful start to the day. Pristine blue skies still in the forecast as we have this very dry air, which is indicated here on our water vapor imagery as this kind of tan color. That's with us all day today. It's with us all day tomorrow as well. In fact, most of the week, we will be under the influence of all of this dry air that's in place. We do have one chance at seeing perhaps a little bit of a sprinkle or a brief shower kind of squeezed out of what little atmospheric moisture we have. But it's certainly not today. Today we have lots of sunshine wall to wall. Back to the east, there are some clouds moving west, but these clouds are going to have a hard time ever making it to us. They're what's left over from that weak and diffuse frontal boundary that moved through here on Sunday. Brought us a little bit of morning clouds and then kind of cooled things off just a little bit during the evening hours and kicked up the wind speeds just a bit. Didn't produce much in the way of rainfall. So our next hope for rain, well, it comes from this frontal boundary still located back to the west. This area of low pressure moves toward the east. Maybe Chicago gets some rain showers and some rain-snow mix today. So if you're traveling to O'Hare, you may want to keep an eye on the forecast or give a call ahead to your aircraft line, to your carrier, and see if they have any delays reported. High pressure builds in behind that front. Built in strongly as well by about Wednesday or so. And so what we will be watching for is whether or not this front starts to sink southward as that high pressure ridge north of it builds. Now, if that happens, and it probably will, we may have a slight chance at a shower. And I'll put that rain chance currently at about 20% for Thursday or late Wednesday. Better rain chance the further north you go. I think for our location, it's going to be hard to squeeze out too much in the way of rainfall from that particular front. For the next couple of days, high pressure remains the dominant weather feature, bringing low humidity, sunny skies, and rain-free conditions. That's certainly true today. And then, as I mentioned, that possible midweek shower. But even with that midweek shower, the chances for any kind of appreciable rainfall are going to be very low. Few scattered showers over on the other coast possible as we still have this onshore wind flow, maybe a few fair weather clouds toward Wednesday or so. And then on Thursday, I think we start to see this frontal boundary begin to interact and maybe bring a few scattered showers to the north part of the state and maybe a slight chance of a few around our neck of the woods. Forecast looks good for us today on this first day of spring coming up in just a few minutes, about 30 minutes or so. We'll look for 74, 75 as a daytime high today, and lots of sunshine through Wednesday. Will cloud up a bit, and then on Thursday, that slight chance of rain, and then the beautiful weather and mild weather continues right into the weekend. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Manatee County off of school this week. You might see a little lighter commute up there in Manatee County. They'll build up right now on 301 northbound around downtown Bradenton. Also at the Cortez 41 area. Farther south now into Sarasota County. A build up in both directions on Clark Road around Honore and near the interstate as well. And then South County, we'll check our maps down there and see not too much. A little build up out there out to the lower right hand corner of your screen around Tuscola and War Mineral Springs. Otherwise pretty clear at 5:49 on this Monday morning.
This morning in Health Smart, nothing marks the start of spring like a good spring cleaning. And if you're looking for a great place to start, experts recommend turning to your medicine cabinet. They suggest the area is often overlooked but shouldn't be. Doctors say to check the expiration date that's stamped on the label or bottle of each medication. And if it's expired, then toss it. Experts remind you to pay attention to proper disposal techniques, being extra cautious for medications that could be found and abused, such as pain medicine.
Throw the tablets or capsules in there and then put something in there like kitty litter, yard waste, food scraps, something that would make it filthy or putrid so someone wouldn't want to dig through to obtain that to then ingest the medication that's remaining.
Doctors also recommend looking out for take-back days. Those are events where you can drop off your old medications to secure locations, usually like police stations or hospitals, where officials will actually discard them safely for you.
Entertainment news now. Weird Al goes retro, Beauty and the Beast goes worldwide. And which movies do the fans go for at South by Southwest? David Daniel has details in this morning's Hollywood Minute.
So what is it you do?
I'm a driver.
South by Southwest loves Baby Driver. The musical romance heist flick won the Headliners Audience Award at the annual festival in Austin, Texas. Among the other audience faves, Mr. Roosevelt, written, directed by, and starring former SNL cast member Noel Wells, which received the Narrative Spotlight Prize.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined.
Beauty and the Beast did more than break domestic box office records in its opening weekend. The Disney fairy tale made an estimated $180 million internationally, giving it a worldwide debut of $350 million, and delivered the best ever domestic and global openings for a PG movie in the IMAX format.
But now it's Pac-Man. Yeah, it's the Pac-Man.
Who else but Weird Al Yankovic would promote a new LP by going back to 8-bit graphics? To promote Medium Rarities, a collection of unreleased and non-album tracks, the Prince of Parody put out this promo video, harkening back to his early days. Medium Rarities is part of Squeezebox, a career-spanning 15-disc set available in November. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Weird Al has hung around for decades.
No, I know, and I am so excited to see Beauty and the Beast. I have heard nothing but great reviews about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, stay with us.
We'll have some information on a free tasty treat for you. I'll stay tuned for that.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
All right, 5:55. Welcome back. We're following some top stories for you this morning.
The search is on for one mother in Palmetto who has turned into a murder investigation involving a young couple consisting of the woman's daughter and her boyfriend, now under arrest for the crime. Allegedly, during a police interview, one admitted to the murder. A massive wildfire in Colorado has caused hundreds of evacuations. As firefighters work to contain the flames, investigations have uncovered early indications the fire was man-made. And a solar eclipse happening soon. It'll be the first time in over a century people will be able to see it from the U.S. In the next hour, we'll have an interview with a scientist from NASA about this rare occurrence.
And as the first day of spring arrives, one tasty deal is coming with it. Today, Dairy Queen will be offering free ice cream cones to customers. You heard that right. All day, everyone who stops in will get one small vanilla ice cream cone. The deal counts for participating non-mall locations, so make sure to go get you one of those lovely ice creams.
Is there a trick here? The cone is free, but the ice cream is expensive?
I don't know. The blizzards are good, though.
Oh,
they don't give
good.
those out for free, just the ice cream cone, right?
I've had a few. I've had a few in my day, yeah. We have more local news headlines after this. Stay with us.